intertidal zone, he found 8 baby octopi. It was a little bonanza for him if he could keep them alive. For the next few days, he dedicated himself to building an octopus world within walls of glass, trying to anticipate every octopus need and eliminate every octopus danger.
Hi, welcome to Mimi's Place, where we contemplate on the 12 laws of mind. And one of those laws is, I am what I contemplate. That's why the great teachers like Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy and Emmett Fox and, Quimby and Troward and all of them tell you, read this over and over and over again, and think about it, and read the Bible and think about it and talk to others and think about it, and you will come to find that you have been guided all your life. And the trick is, okay, it's within the framework of your beliefs. That's the square, okay, your beliefs. And the Bible tells you, lose them all. Lose them all. You're only supposed to believe in yourself and God in your heart, that this is all a mirror. That's it. God's mirroring you. All right? And it's this 8. He mirrors you. He gives you what you contemplate on, what you imagine, what you speak about. And one of the things we get confused about is ask. In the Bible, it says to ask, just ask, and really the word that's a Greek translation for the word. And at the time, they just didn't really have a way to say it. So it's claim. It means to claim. I claim this. This is mine. Okay, this is mine. There's plenty for all. Go claim your own. It's all good. So you claim it. And you claim it by contemplating on it. Okay, and being grateful for having it. And spinning stories. This is contemplation. All right? It's what are you contemplating on? God is guiding you always. The reason you get that feeling of dread and doom and gloom is God is talking to you. He's telling you that don't do this. It doesn't feel good, does it? Don't. This doesn't make me feel good. I know it don't make you feel good. No. No, that's enough. Like, stop. And this is why you get those feelings, okay? When you enter a room and suddenly your hair's up in the back of your neck and your stomach's gotten into a knot. No, it's time to leave this room. I don't know what's going on. I just know I'm listening to God in my heart. And he says, get out of here. We don't like this. Okay. You don't think about it. You don't make excuses for it. You don't care what it looks like. You get out of there. All right? There's a reason for it. God knows all. All right? He knows it all. He is all of it. And you contemplate on this. This all came out of God. Okay? All of it. And you're blessed to have your own mind and learn how to think with it. All right? It's all good. You're learning how to think. So anything that you did that has caused you pain and suffering is forgiven. Just forgive anyone who's showing you the things that, you don't like about yourself. And thinking you're better than others is one of them. Or less than others is one of them. Now in the Bible it says ask, but it really means claim. So you claim the aspects of God. I mean, really stop and think about it. Contemplate on it. God is inside you. He is whole and complete. He's in your heart. He gave you life. He made your heart beat. He brought your brain to life. He made you inhale that breath. You know, He works within my beliefs. Well, God is inside me. As within, so without. I'm a perfect expression of God, and I express God perfectly. God is with me. God is with me now. God is closer than close. He's an ever-present help. His love is a sword shield. It just paves the way for me. It brings me all sorts of wonderful things on a silver platter. These are the things you contemplate on and fill your mind up with. And don't worry about all the caca and doing revisions and all that other making atonement. All that gets washed away when you take in the harvest. It's all washed away. All of it. Okay? Contemplate. And it it's just a wonderful, simple way of seeing this. You know? If you are contemplating on the aspects of God, then you're walking with God. And you literally don't worry about the outside. Okay? That's just silly. No, no. I I don't believe that statement. I know they'll fix it sooner or later. I know it really says this. And God is great. God is the greatest. I know I always have you know, I don't know. I always have 300,000 in the bank. I know I always have 300,000 in the bank. That's silly. I claim it. I'm I'm confident in it. When you claim something, you know it's yours. You don't ask. You know, and that was a confusion in the translation. It's already yours. It's yours. Claim it. There's so many different things. You have to claim it. Each one's different. And what people want is different. It's all relative. Law of relativity. So it's, understanding that what you're contemplating on comes into your life. Always. Always. There is no time. There is no space. It's just there. And it's beautiful. It's lovely. So we can make this tapestry. It's wonderful. This tapestry of humanity. It'd be pretty boring if we were all the same, right? It'd just be a red rug. But now we have all these different colors weaving through it. Contemplate on it, on how beautiful and lovely each person is. One of the big nuggets from Dr. Murphy is that if you aren't seeing others as God, with the attributes of God and the aspects of God with love, then you're not praying for them, And you have to understand that if somebody's, in their late years and they're sick, and you know that God loves them and God's inside of them and God's an ever healing spirit, and you leave it in the hands of God. It's going to be fine. And you understand that if they pass, God took care of it. I'll give you an example. One of my patrons owns property, and he went in, and it had been empty for a little while, and he had all these flies in the house, and he prayed on it, and it turned out to be flies in the drain, and washed a little soapy water down there, and they're all gone. And this is where we get lost in the details. God guided him to that within the framework of his beliefs. He believed he would have to do something to make them go away. So God compelled him to put some soap down there and get rid of it. God guided him to this drain. Look, here it is. This is where it is. You're always being guided, to your wishes, to what you've claimed. And you claim what you contemplate on. That's what you're giving your love and attention to. And that trips up a lot of people. Attention. What you give your attention to. That is your love. You're loving on it. So you're contemplating on it. You're thinking about it. Don't think about things that yank your chain or frustrate you, make you angry. Those feelings are messages. This is not godlike, man. It doesn't feel good. It's not right. And you align yourself with the thinking by contemplating on God. You walk with God. That's how you walk with God. It's great. There are scientists who find this very liberating, and there are others who are, they're at that point in their raising of their consciousness where they feel like the deer in the headlights. And many of us do. It's like, how can you go back to science? What's wrong with science? Science is confirming everything in the Bible. My dad used to say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. And this is true. You don't believe the scientist's opinion. You believe the science. You don't believe the preacher's opinion. You believe the Bible. That's dogma. Dogma is opinion. That's what it is. Okay? You're applying your opinion to this. And I'm not buying it. The only one you buy is yours. Yours is the only one that matters, is your life. So it's understanding this and, just being logical about it. If these are principles, you're not going to stop them. You've been working your whole life. This is how it is. You can work with them. You can recognize that's what's going on. And you can recognize them and work with them. And it washes all the yucky away, or not. And you can pick at those details. And the devil is in the details, man. The devil is in the details. So, that's that story. And it gets ugly. And then you start not feeling good, and that's God talking to you. Cut it out. Don't think like that, And there are times when you need to sit back, go into the desert, contemplate on what someone said to you that bothered you, What was it that bothered you? And then, okay, yeah, that hurt. Why did that hurt? God's telling you, and now y'all are communicating when you contemplate. Then he'll know what answers to bring to you. Then he knows how to change it. He's blind. You're his eyes. He's deaf. You're his ears. He can't smell. You are the one smelling. You're the one tasting. You're the one flavoring, observing, loving it. And he only wants to bring you more of whatever you love. And that's what you give your attention to. So if you give your attention to him, like he gives his attention to you, then it is all good. It's like, two dog buddies. They love each other. It really is great. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.
Maybe you'd like to try hitting off her?
Well, if you won't believe me otherwise, guess I'll have to.
How should I pitch to him? Pitch slow. Real slow. Okay.
How come you're pitching so slow?
I was only trying to make it easy on you.
How's he gonna know my advice is any good if you make it easy?
All right, you asked for it.